Good morning, YouTube. How is everybody doing? Hello, friends. Coming to you today, November 2nd, 2016, live from Lake Wohink in Florence, Oregon. So, the big news is I have left the RV park. Yes, I've left the RV park. So what does that mean? That means an epic road voyage begins right now, begins today. That's what that means. So we're doing it again. We're picking up here, we're picking up the operations here, and we are setting the sail and we're taking off. We're kind of done with this place for right now. I definitely have been in my comfort zone here in Florence for the last 6-7 months. And so I've got a lot of, it's always kind of strange when you've been somewhere for a long time and you pick up. So I've had a lot of thoughts of just, it's the whole comfort zone, breaking through it, breaking free from it, and then the fears that get along that are associated with that. And so, I've got a couple right now, going through my head, and I'll probably talk, a little more about it here once I get on the road. I am getting an earlier start this year than I did last year. A 2-month early start, which I'm excited about. Same thing as last year. I don't really know. I don't have a real. I've got a couple of destinations picked out of where I'm going to go. One in particular here, but as far as kind of the rest of the trip, it's just kind of going to be up to me and how I feel about things and where I want to go. And I don't have a whole lot of things planned out. I'm not really a big planner when it comes to these type of traveling trips, adventures, road trips, whatever you want to call it. I like to really just, for the most part, kind of fly by the seat of my pants and just take what comes to me daily here. It is going to be planning a little bit of a slow progression here towards Arizona. I'd like to be in Arizona, kind of thinking December-ish. I'm kind of thinking here. My plan this time is to go and see and go experience places that I haven't been, travel on roads that I haven't been on. I'm going to try to stay away from the interstates. It's going to be kind of a little bit of there'll be some interstate driving, but for the most part, I'm going to try to do my best to stick to the back roads. I am aiming in the direction of Medford. I've got some shopping that I want to do in Medford, and Medford is a great place to do shopping, and of course I can buy things and not pay any sales tax. Show you where I'm planning on going today here. So just looking at the old map here, and let's see, Florence. There's Florence. So today my plans, I'm going to be driving down to Coos Bay and going to be taking Highway 42. I've never taken Highway 42. Like I said, I really don't know. I'm trying to really decide which way I want to go. If I want to take, kind of had some thoughts about taking the Redwood Highway, which I have never taken the Redwood Highway all the way into Crescent City. And I know that there is just some really outstanding and awesome camping areas, free camping areas in the National Forest here. I do have a destination of San Diego, and I'm going to be visiting a friend there. So in a roundabout way, I'll be headed there, and I don't really quite know the way I'm going to go. I've had thoughts about taking Highway 101 all the way down to San Diego. I'm just a little bit hesitant because of the free camping selection is not really. It's not as on par, and I know there's a lot of people that have boondocked and everything. And anyways, it would be a real adventure. I'm certainly not interested in paying every night for camping. It's just not the way that I like to do these trips. Right now, just more or less going for more of the adventure and more of the stealth-free camping opportunities that are abundant all over the place. I'm sure I'll be talking to you guys again here in the truck. We'll do some driving time chats, and then I've got a GoPro Hero 3 camera, and I'll be doing some road footage here, road shots, road driving footage with that camera. So it's going to be an exciting trip, guys. I'm really looking forward to it here. So that it's always, when you start these trips, there's a lot of things going through your head. So, But once you break free from all that crap, the skies open up. So, right on, guys. We'll see you on the road. All right, let's get this rock and roll road trip, camping trip, adventure trip on the road. Let's do it. Let's do it right now. What's up, guys? Just trying this other camera angle here. I don't know if I'm gonna do this. I'm just using a little small tripod. Gonna try it out. So let's see. Yeah, I just thought I would talk and share with you guys a little bit more about what am I thinking here right now. I mentioned breaking out of my comfort zone a little bit here, and yeah, it's definitely. When you've been somewhere for a long time, you get really comfortable where you get very comfortable where you are. It's been stated many times, the comfort zone is the failure zone, and I tend to agree with that. It's some of the best things that you can do is it's to break out of your comfort zone, and that's one of the exciting things about being on the road and traveling is you're living in the present so much, and you're not really in that comfort zone. You're more in the state of now, being in the present. The other thoughts, that I had the other day is like, you're crazy. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this again? You're crazy. Why aren't you gonna keep working? Why aren't you just gonna keep working here? And just that kind of a thing. And it's kind of like, so going through those emotions of, why am I doing this? And all this kind of stuff, it's all going through my head. And which is fear. There's nothing stopping me from doing anything other than just my own fears about doing everything. I have nothing holding me back. I've got the finances to do this trip. There's nothing holding me back. It's just, will you step into the fear? Will you face the fear? Will you step into the unknown? And will you embrace it? That is the question. First stop of the day here today on my first traveling day, just off of Highway 42 here. It's really quiet. Not a whole lot of people traveling on the road. Conditions are just outrageous. It's the fall. You can see the leaves turning color. Just a lot of logging trucks on the road. So I just pulled off at this little rest area here. It's called Sandy Creek Bridge. It's a covered historical bridge. This is a picture of the parking lot. They have pit toilets, trash receptacle, and picnic tables. I guess the reason that they built the covered bridges back in the days, they covered them, is to keep the rain and the elements off of the bridge deck. Smart idea, huh? That's why these bridges, they lasted so long. They weren't out in all of the harsh elements. They covered them with, you know, and they used some real lumber there building these structures. They built them right. They built them right back in the day. Morning, YouTube. Coming to you live from where? Walmart. Yes, living the American dream, one Walmart at a time, right? Okay, yes, we are in Medford, Oregon. We are we're stocking up on the supplies for the maiden voyage south. I have made 2 stops since I've been down here. I've made 1 stop in Grants Pass at the Winco, 1 stop here. Got a couple of other stops I'm going to make here, and I make you guys along for the ride and show you one of my favorite Army military surplus stores just right down the road here. They have everything, great prices. This is the place, Army Navy store, Medford, Oregon, right off the Crater Lake Highway. And then I'm going to go over to the Blackbird. That's another one over there. This is another great place to stop if you're in Medford, West Medford. It's called the Blackbird. Medford, Oregon. This is just an awesome place to go on a shopping spree. Anything and everything is here. Lowe's, Office Depot, Walmart, Costco just directly right over there. There's restaurants. Anything and everything you could think of is right here. So if you guys, you know, if you're traveling and you need to do some shopping, you need to pick up some supplies, this is a good place to stop. All right, let's show you the truck camper. Okay, so we're stocked up. This cabinet is a real mess. Yep, so I've got lots of camera supplies, equipment, and I've got everything going on in there. Gummy worms, yeah. Let's see, in here we've got all kinds of stuff going on in here. Lots of supplies in here. We've got a good stock-up supply of canned food. All kinds of goodies in here. All canned food stuff in there. Let's see. That's that cabinet. I did put the microwave back in. That one is full. There's my hydro flask. Did some stocking up here on my refrigerator. I've got a good stockpile going there. And under the table, I did buy one of these bulk water containers that holds 3 gallons. They didn't have the pump dispenser, so I just went ahead and filled it up anyway because I'm going to be entering into the desert, and the desert water sucks. You have to buy water when you're at the desert if you want to drink it. Another thing I did here when I was at Walmart is I picked up some survival food. Yes, some zombie apocalypse survival food. This is a chili mix and also a creamy potato, same size. This has a shelf life up to 10 years, and all you have to do is just add water. So this is survival food. I will be putting this in the basement of the camper. You know, we're living in some interesting times. We've always been living in interesting times, but it's always a good idea to have some survival food. So in the event that the stores shut down, you couldn't buy food, you have a stockpile, and all you need to do is get water. So the other thing that goes along with this is having some water purification, a way to purify water. And another thing that you may notice this trip is I do not have a bike rack. No bike rack, no bicycle. I am not doing any bicycles this trip. This is going to be I have some different priorities. I've got some different things that I want to focus on this trip, and bicycling just isn't one of them. Not that I don't like bicycling, I love mountain biking, but I just didn't use the bike enough on the last trip to really, I think, justify it. I was concerned about it a lot of the times on the trip when I would spend the night overnight somewhere, and I had it chained up and locked up and everything, but it's just something else to worry about. I want to do more reading on this trip, and more working out, more physical working out, hiking, weights, so forth. So no bicycle. I also have no generator. I've got no Honda generator with me. I'm only going to be using the onboard 2500 LP propane generator. I'm carrying a spare propane tank with me. So I'm really excited about that. That's going to lessen up a little bit of weight for me, and it's going to simplify my setup more. I've got one fuel source for everything, propane. I don't have to, you know, worry about buying unleaded for the generator and so forth. So with the 160 watt solar panel on the roof and the propane generator and the extra propane bottle, I'm thinking I'm going to be good to go. Follow along and I will keep you posted and share some other new updates.